Welcome to 1818 Farms. I'm the owner, Natasha McCrary, and this is Espresso. He's going to be out with us in the garden today, and we're going to be discussing about fall planting today, what we call cool weather planting. So we're going to kind of walk through our fields. We've planted so far around 8 72-foot rows with either plugs, which are little starts, which you can kind of see down here. These are some snapdragons. These are rocket snapdragons. And or seeds. Those are the things we've planted so far. So with these, what you're really trying to do is they're not going to get a lot larger, a couple inches, but during those cool months, they're going to be focusing on root growth. And then once we get into February, March, they'll start, you know, growing and you're going to have early bloom. So we'll probably start harvesting these in March. And it's really important if you're going to be a flower farmer to try and get that early in the game because you've got Mother's Day and you have Easter, and it's a great time to really bring out the blooms when a lot of people don't offer other things. So some of the things that we planted, and if you look far over here, are going to be delphinium and larkspur. Nigella is in the second row. Then we have more snapdragons at Madame Butterfly, I think at the back. For us, like on either side of me, are going to be the rocket snapdragons, which are just lovely, some of the prettiest snaps you'll ever see. And then as we go through, we've got some Bupleurum, we have Rudbeckia, we have Status, Sweet William. There's just so many things you can plant. Today, from seed, we're going to be planting poppies and then a couple other things, bachelor buttons. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to have you guys come down. In the summer months, a lot of times what you see, an easy seed to start with is always going to be zinnias, and that's just almost bulletproof that if you can get that in the summer, you're able to grow it. And that's how we feel about bachelor buttons. That's one of the seeds that we save each year and that we offer in our from the farm section. You can purchase the seeds from us. We're going to go down and I'm just going to demo out how to plant some bachelor buttons. So let's come on down. We'll head to the end of the aisle. Now, as you're going, you can kind of see we plant, as we talked about in our prep video, we plant in a burnt uh, landscape fabric. Some people don't love that. We love it just because it cuts our time on weeding, but it works beautifully for us. So we've got our bachelor buttons. They're really unique looking as a seed. I'm going to hold these down for you guys to see. Looks like a little seed head with a little, almost like little feathery tails here. And this is a mix, so it will have different colors. It'll have the blue, it may have the white, the pink. And these are lovely additions just for a little pop of color in your bouquet. They also dry really well too. So we're going to come down here. And for us, the bachelor buttons, they do require darkness to germinate. There's some things that you want light. What we're going to do is I'm just going to loosen the soil a little. And usually I place 3 seeds in a hole just because hopefully between that something will germinate. I'm going to drop one in. I'm going to drop a second one in. And we say about 1/8 of an inch. Another, and I'm just going to lightly cover these. Just lightly. And that's all there is to it. And then what we do is, it's already wet here today. We're going to loosen the soil. We've wet them, and then we're going to keep it moist by overhead watering. We don't really recommend a lot of overhead watering. We use drip irrigation, but to make sure the seeds stay moist, we always overhead water until we get sprouts, and then we stop watering, and you're going to have your growth. Last year, the bachelor buttons probably ended up I'm 5 feet, probably 6 feet tall. So, if you planted these in our zone in February, you're probably going to have this tall. They're not going to be as robust. They're going to be a lot shorter, and you're not going to get blooms, as beautiful blooms. So, go ahead now. Think about a book that I recommend is the Cool Flowers book. That's if you're new to this, that you can kind of get you started. It'll tell you the different flowers that you can plant, what can go from seed, what can go from plugs. And even this year, it's not too late if you're in our zone. If you're going to be in a cooler zone, you can wait and plant these in the spring or right before spring when you can really work the ground in February. But for now, this is a great bulletproof, the bachelor button. Start these, you'll be happy. And tune in next video and 1 or 2 videos coming up. We're going to talk about how we build our low tunnels. We'll go over how we bend our own uh, pipes to make the tunnel. And it's great if you need a little cover. Some of the things we never cover here, like the larkspur, delphinium, snapdragons, they don't really need any cover at all, but they're going to be some that we want a little bit of protection. And we'll also, if you focus out here, we'll be planting our anemones and ranunculus, and we'll be talking about how we pre-sprout them, and our poppies. We haven't planted those also. So we'll have a few more rows, and it'll be really fun for you guys to watch along. If you want to see any of our other videos, be sure to tune into our YouTube channel. It's just 1818 Farms, and we hope you have some great fall planting. Thanks for joining us.